people, welcome back to Global Happenings today. We are so excited to have you again. Ipob Media has come out to clear the air on a lot of things as it pertained Ipob. Don't forget that fairly recently we've seen some international figure, some international peace advocates coming in to speak on behalf of Ipob and on behalf of Biafra. We've heard from, the Prime Minister of India. We have heard also from a renowned social media influencer, Imam of Peace, and other people. But right now, people just want to clear or make their point known, what they actually represent, and all of that. We're going to be looking at that in a jiffy. But before we do that, if you've not subscribed to our channel, kindly hit on the red subscribe button and also on the bell icon so that you can get our notification anytime we publish our video. Leadership of indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, on Friday said the purpose of its struggle is to end endemic injustice perpetrated against the harmless and peace-loving people of Biafra by the Nigerian state in collaboration with the colonial powers. The group said this in a statement by its media and publicity secretary, Emma Powerful, in Abakaliki, Ebonyi State. The statement said that the struggle for Biafra liberation is a fight against endemic injustice perpetrated against the harmless and peace-loving people of Biafra by the Nigerian state in collaboration with colonial powers, yet to forgive Biafra for championing the Nigerian independence in 1960. Because of the prominent roles of Biafrans who championed the Nigerian independence struggle, so IPOB has been in the forefront of this struggle for the liberation of our people, and we must achieve it by the grace of God Almighty, Chukwu Okike Abiyama, who is in heaven. Our aim is to end the marginalization and humiliation of our people, to restore their human dignity and hope, and to give them a country where they can live in peace and fulfill their destiny. We thank you for recognizing that there was a massacre of the people of the East in 1966, which Nigerians has been covering up by renewing history from the or by removing history from the Nigerian academic curriculum of primary and secondary school since 1973. This crafty manipulation is simply because they don't want the world to know the evil they committed against the innocent citizens of Biafra. IPOB has exposed atrocities of the Nigerian state against Biafra and brought it to the knowledge of the world. Today, everybody is now talking about the atrocities committed against the people of eastern Nigeria during the war from 1967 to 1970. Self-determination is not a crime, but the right of the people to agitate for freedom. Our struggle for independence is not a declaration of war, as mysteriously misconstrued by the enemies. We only want to be free from oppression and subjugation. We want to be free from political exclusion and economic strangulation. We want to be free from mass slaughter by those who value cows above human lives. If the atrocities and unprovoked attack against Biafra by Nigeria, and in particularly the Fulani jihadists, were to be done to any country in Europe or Asia, do you think the world would have kept quiet? We don't know why the world has continued to watch the ongoing genocide against the innocent people of Biafra by the Nigerian state and non-state actors. When we agitate peacefully, the slaughter was the more, and those who are lucky to be arrested alive are dumped in various secret cells in the north and abandoned. Yet, the same double-faced government is busy freeing arrested Fulani bandits who had taken out the lives of innocent indigenous Nigerians in their number. IPOB remain a peaceful movement seeking freedom for the oppressed people of Biafra, and those who don't know what we are doing are busy blackmailing us. But the fact is that the movement for the emancipation of Biafra is beyond any single individual, including our leader, Nnamdi Kanu. It's now a global movement that cannot be stopped by any man born of a woman. It is a divine project that must be completed, the group noted. Wow, this is quite an elaborate info or statement or message about what Ipob actually represents. Now, fairly recently, we've noticed that so many global figures have been showing a lot of interest. So many peace advocates have been showing a lot of interest in what is happening in all eastern Nigeria. That's precisely southeast and other states inclusive. Now, one of the things that is very synonymous about the people of Biafra is their refusal to give in to, the issues of the agitation. They are refusing in all angles. Now, you listen to him. He said this struggle is bigger than even Nnamdi Kanu, who is their leader. It has gone past him. It is now a global thing. It's like a destiny for them to realize. And he's trying to get the attention of Nigerians and other international figures so that they can get this handle once and for all. Don't forget that just fairly recently, we've heard of Imam of Peace, how he came up and displayed some very wonderful, horrific pictures of, how what happened in 1967 and other times. We have also heard from the Prime Minister of India, who took out time to explain to Nigeria what to do at this time and letting Nigerian government to understand that when we are talking about, peace, or when we're talking about self-determination, it's actually not a crime, it's enshrined in the international law. And for that reason, the government should consider sitting on a round table with these young men and making decisions that will possibly win their heart. But if that's not possible, then referendum must come into play. And that is one of the things that has been in the hearts of most Biafrans up till now. The issues are getting serious day after day. I mean, when the Imam of Peace came up and talked about the issue, on Twitter, I think that was one of the most trending topics in Nigeria precisely. People commended, but guess what? It wasn't just a one-sided comment, because we also saw other people coming out to showcase some things that also they claim it was done by Ipob. If you listen to Imam Powerful very well, he emphasized the fact that we are actually a peaceful organization who are only trying to stop the endemic injustice against our own people. We have no business with injustice, or we have no business with violence and all of that. But guess what? What we are seeing seems to be the opposite, because right now there's a lot going on in the southeast, and even as the police is fighting, there's a set of people who pretend also to be carrying the same Biafra realization on their head. They are fighting tooth and nail to see how they can, take over the entirety of security architecture in the southeast, where you watch how they deal with, soldiers. Yesterday's picture was quite, unthinkable and all of that. But from all indication, what this guy is trying to say, my powerful is trying to say, is that let's sit on a round table. This is why we are, protesting. And I feel that now that they have clearly spelled out the reason why they are existing is for the government to do the needful by having a meeting with them, not just with them, with also other stakeholders, to let them understand what the position of the government is and how they can bring back the peace that they have lost for so many years. Remember that one of the key characteristics of that civil war between Biafra and Nigeria was that there was no vanquish and there was no winner. That alone was a way of bringing down the unending anger in the hearts of many. But unfortunately, a lot of things happening thus far has kind of negates that statement made. So right now, Biafra is trying to respell out that this is what we represent and this is what we stand for. What's your position on this? Let's interact in our comments.